Hello, my darlings, and happy, what's today? Thursday? It is March 27th. And I'm saying the date because my goal is to get this shit out on the regular. So, the rising reflections, because literally I'm in front of the mirror doing this. And, prepping my crown for the day, prepping my energy to go out into the day. The time does not matter because I have not left my house yet. So, again, mind, body, spirit check-in. How we doing? How you doing? How was your day? We got a new moon in Aries eclipse. The last eclipse in Aries on Saturday. Saturday? Sunday? Saturday. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's this weekend. I think it's Saturday. Without looking at my calendar right now. And new moons are about new beginnings, new starts. The moon is is dark. It's where you go in to rest. It's where you plant the seeds in your garden. But eclipses are fated. And this is the final eclipse from the Aries Libra cycle. We talked about the nodes in yesterday's episode. Where the nodes are in Pisces and Virgo right now. But this is like what happened since, I believe, April 20th of 2023. This is the cycle that we're closing out for you, for me, for we. So my mind, bruh, I'm not gonna lie, I had a little breakdown moment last night. Not even gonna lie. Because when you have new beliefs that are butting up against old ones, so I gotta make sure I'm in the middle of the frame, that are butting up against your old ones that you are releasing, it can be very uncomfortable. You can be very unsure of yourself. This is where most people give up. Right? This is where most people, they get so close and they're like, you know what? I'm just gonna give up. A snake hisses loudest before it dies. A parasite is going to cling on for dear life to keep getting the sustenance that has been allowing it to thrive inside of your body. Right? Right. So I have been releasing old patterns of being, of thinking, of believing. I even did a quantum timeline healing this morning, this rising, before I left my bed, because there's just certain things that I cannot allow to go on. Oh God, I sprayed myself in the eye, y'all. I cannot allow to go on any longer, and I would have to look up what the eyes represent spiritually, but what you see, but there's other ways to see versus with your eyes, because sometimes, let me dab it down. Sometimes we don't need to see with our physical eyes because that can be an illusion. So what you're seeing will get transmitted through your brain, and you can take that in and be like, oh, well, this is what it looks like to me, but what are you feeling in your energy? What are you feeling in your spirit? Right? So to go to the body next, because the mind is like, okay, we letting some things go today. But the body's like, bitch, can we get some sleep? Again, eclipses. You might be riled up with this energy too. Again, sleep has been one of the challenges for me, throughout my life. And that is something that we are releasing and leaving behind because it no longer serves me and my path with the divine. Y'all, spirit is here. We rhyming. I'm poetic anyway, but spirit's always in the chat. So, Cheryl, the body is, but also ready to go, ready to ground, ready to focus, ready to flow. And I think I did these in the shower, but we're gonna do them again. I got some meetings today and just making sure that I am listening to what I need, listening to what my body is calling for, how it's speaking to me. And the spirit, my spirit is full. I almost said weary, but it's like, it's not weary. My spirit's not weary. She's strong. She's ready to go. And anchoring in to my divine mission on this planet, has been scary. I'm not even gonna front. It's just been fucking terrifying. We don't know how we're gonna get this rent paid next month, right? And I say I don't know because sometimes it's not for me to know, it's for me to trust, for me to really feel into the flow, to get into the vortex, as Abraham Hicks says, to keep my inner conversation focused on where it is that I want to go, as Neville Goddard says, to feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled, to live in the now, as Eckhart Tolle says. Tolle? Sounds fancy. I'm like, et du Tolle? Anyway, y'all know I'm goofy. But living in the now and coming back to your breath will anchor you in this present moment. Because when you're living this moment as if everything that it is that you are wanting to desire, that you're bringing into fruition, that you are aligned with, is present, because it's already present inside of you. My neighbor gave me this message a couple months ago: follow the kingdom. And I was like, I wonder what that means. I contemplated. And I was like, oh, but the kingdom is within me, because God is within me. And God dwells in the kingdom, right? So if the kingdom is always within me, it means follow your heart. Follow the kingdom. Follow your heart, baby. Because your heart connects the upper and lower chakras. It is the bridge between your spiritual, as above, and your earthly, so below. Look at the tree of life. Look at how the Sephiroth are set up. There's 10, I believe, and there's a hidden one hanging out in here somewhere. But... oh God, which the one is? There's the one, Yesod, maybe? It's the one right before Malkut. Malkut is where we're living it on this planet, on this plane, right? But there is a one that's kind of connected in the sacral area. It's where they all come in at the bottom, and then it's ruled by Scorpio. Like, it's very scorpionic energy. It is death, rebirth. I believe it is ruled by the death card. Tell me if that ain't right, but that energy is of bringing things into fruition, into creation. But the sacral is about passion too. It is that creative sexual energy, like sensual energy. Like, now I got what's the algorithm in my head? When I get the feeling, like, it's time to create. It's time to create. Being in pleasure and in movement with yourself. Movement is creativity. It's energy. You are emitting things outside of you as you move your body. So stop being afraid to move your shit. I know we're still in the body, but I feel like there's two messages in this. Because I was going to get on here and talk about the Aries New Moon. And I'm just taking my time because I'm doing my best to stay 15 minutes and under, y'all, because I got things to do today. And I got a clubhouse call I run every week at 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, where we talk about self and business mastery. It's really sacred rituals for self-mastery, but everything that's in your personal life shows up in your business. Your patterns here will show up here. So how are we handling our nervous systems? How are we getting in alignment and in tune with ourselves? Because the stars, the sun, the moon, and the stars affect what's going on in here, because, again, as above, so below. So it is out there, but it is also within here. And some people say, like, the 7 chakras are the 7 traditional planets. And we have more than 7 chakras, y'all. Those are just the main ones. There's so many chakras and nadis and energy meridians and energetic ley lines in the body, like there's ley lines in the world. We are a mirror image of everything in existence. So if the planets are out there, but they're also in our charts, so they're also in here, where the planets are moving out there reflects energy to us that we feel in here, that then combines with the astrology, the energy that's in our charts, because the blueprint of you is going to interact with what's going on outside, right? You can know that you're going somewhere, but if you don't know the weather, you don't have the right clothes. I use that often. It's like, would you go to Mount Everest and bring a bikini if you're gonna climb the mountain? That's your gear. That's what you're gonna bring. I don't think you're gonna make it. I don't think you're gonna make it. Like, would you bring a parka to the Bahamas? Where are you going? Like, for what? For what? Maybe if you're anemic, I don't know. That even seems excessive for that. But it's understanding the energy as within, so without. Without just means outside. And this new moon in Aries eclipse tomorrow everybody's been talking about these new beginnings. These new beginnings. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It is the ram. What do rams do? They go head first. They put their head down in charge whenever they know where they're going to go. Right? When they're ready to break through. And sometimes we need to break through. Sometimes we need to push. Sometimes we need to put all of our energy into this and go. Aries is the god of war, right? Mars is the ruling planet for Aries, the god of war. Mars is currently in Cancer. So Mars is your drive. It's your motivation. It's how you manifest even. It's how you move. It's an aggression. It's leadership. It's sexual energy. It's the divine masculine. It's the physicality. Think Eros even. Eros is an asteroid, but also one of the Greek gods of passion. My Eros is in Aries. So, like, Aries is a cardinal energy. It is about that direction. And mixed with that Mars and Cancer. Cancer is also cardinal, but Cancer is water. Water does not move the same way fire moves. Mars does not like being in Cancer. It's a little uncomfortable there. So it's not allowing your deep nurturing to overpower your nature. That's what I've been coming up with all week. My nurturing, of no fault to anyone. What I've learned, because my nurturing isn't just from my caregivers. It's not just from my parents. It's not just from my grandma. It's not just from anybody who raised me. It's from who I've been around. It's from the teachers that I had. It's from the friends that I had. It's from how I viewed society, right? It's how you view society. Anything I say, reply that to yourself, right? Because I'm sharing my stories and my experience with you because honestly, in my chart, that's what I'm made to do. Because I know that things that I've been through, you can relate to. Okay. Y'all hear the rhyming. So it's about understanding your nature. What it is that you desire to move towards and what has been keeping you stagnant and in a drought almost. Because we reflected when Mars was retrograde from December 6th to February 23rd. I don't know if we're still in the post shadow of Mars or not, but Mars has sped up enough. Like, we a month out after, so I think we're probably clear of that. But Venus is still retrograde. Moved back into Pisces yesterday. Mercury is retrograde. Either has already moved back into Pisces or will today. I can't remember. But it's very close to each other. And Pisces is that subconscious energy. So we were in the Aries. We were in the ready, raring to go. I know y'all felt that energy shift, but it's been about now going back to, okay, are these the dreams? What subconscious beliefs are holding on for dear life? I'm seeing centipedes. Oh, I fucking hate those things. Oh, they just... Especially oh God. Have you ever seen the movie Human Centipede? Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. I was made to watch it in college and it's just filthy. It's absolutely filthy. And that's kind of how I feel about some of these limiting beliefs that have lived inside of me, but also we learn to see them with love. That may be our initial reaction and response, but that is how things can be out of alignment with us, that they can literally make us sick, physically sick. They can make us mentally out of balance, which can show up as dis-ease or illness in the body. And those are signs and symbols from your physicality, from your vessel, from the house of your spirit, that something is not right for you. Right and wrong is relative, right? So what's right for me may be wrong for you. And now it's really time to vision that future, not even just the future, but tap into the energy of it now. Who do you need to be? Not even who do you need to be, because you already are. What version of you is living in that reality? Because reality will catch up. The earthly realm will catch up. But this is where people give up. And I even had that revelation last night. I was like, oh, this is where most people give up. Did I say that already today? Because I don't know. We're deep in the channel. But people give up right before they have their breakthrough. Right before they get to the peak, sometimes they're like, oh my God, I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired. I just want to rest. Tap into your stores. Tap into your reserve. Tap into God, Spirit, Universe, your divine team, your angels, your ancestors. Because as you are making your way up the mountain, they've also been supporting you this whole time. They've been cheering you on, but sometimes we need a little extra lift, and you have to ask. Like, sometimes they will swoop in, but this is the time. Ask for help every day. Be like, hey, y'all, and venerate your ancestors. Honor them. Light candles from the altar. Leave the offerings that you feel called to. And if you don't feel or receive those messages, start with water. If you got people on the other side, like my grandma's on the other side, my dad's on the other side, I got a cousin on the other side, my grandpa's on, I got people on the other side. My dad asked for very specific offerings when I would turn 30, when I went to New Orleans. Thought it was interesting. But he also used to smoke cigarettes. One of my cousins used to smoke cigarettes. So I have American Spirit cigarettes that I use to leave for them. I light it, I leave it for them, because they can still have these earthly desires, and that can help. We honor them with some things that they want, that they love. And we don't just honor them to get things from them, because honestly, they're doing their own work too. The title of ancestor it's a role, it's a title. It is not somebody, just because they're your blood doesn't mean they have earned the title of ancestor the way that I believe. People do, like, I think we can use ancestors interchangeably, like, oh yeah, your ancestors. But then you got your key people. You have your coalition, and it may be big. There may be hundreds and thousands of them, but there may be also hundreds and thousands that are not in your council. Anyway, honor your people, because you're honoring you by honoring them. And the changes that you make here are also healing your bloodline. So when you make these shifts in your consciousness and your energy, when I say, like, I'm doing the same work that I call y'all to do, I'm doing the same things that I talk about here. Just because I receive the messages doesn't mean that I have not been challenged. I just want y'all to know that. Again, these messages come from me first. I say that a lot, but I need you to understand. These messages come from me first. And sometimes I just deliver them and I ignore them, and then I was gonna knock on the wall, but crazy dog out there. They keep coming knocking, and harder and harder and harder and harder, until should have had a V8. That's that Saturn energy. Saturn gonna give you enough chances until they're like, all right, cool, you didn't want to fucking listen? Okay. Cause and effect has been the Hermetic law that has come up three times, really, I think, in the last couple of days, really the last 24 hours. And everything has an effect. The choices that you choose now have an effect. And I saw a video yesterday, I'm gonna leave y'all with this, is when you're getting ready to make a decision. Again, we make 35,000 plus decisions a day. A lot of them are subconscious, like the hands that you brush your teeth with. If you are right-handed, you're most likely gonna reach with that hand versus your left. Breathing happens on its own, right? But you're making 35,000 plus decisions a day. But the ones that you are conscious of, when you know that you're making a choice, feel into all of the potential options and feel into what the possible result may be, the effect of the cause of the choice. Which one aligns with you? It's important. We do this alchemy. We get in touch with ourselves. We expand our self-awareness so that when we are in those loops, in those reactions versus those responses, we can become so aware of where we are that we're like, oh shit, hold on. Sighing signifies to your body that you're safe, by the way. It activates something in your nervous system. It might be the vagus nerve. But you can come into this moment and focus on, okay, what are my options? Cool. Set a timer if you need to, because sometimes some of us be getting off track. But feel into each choice, each cause, and what effect each choice can have after you've chosen it. I know some of y'all will be like, I have executive dysfunction, I have ADHD, blah, blah. You don't have shit. And that might be jarring and triggering to you, but you stop identifying with the diagnosis that you were given, because there's information, there's energy in there. There's like I said, there's information, there's energy in there that's leading you to most likely a subconscious belief that you are holding, because that is your experience. That is the expression of what's happening right now. Now, I'm not saying that neurodivergency isn't a thing, but what is neurotypical? You have your own superpowers. It's about learning how to work in alignment with your energy. You're not made to function like everybody else. There's definitely groups of people who do function more similarly than others. We have outliers for everything. How do you function? Stop looking at it as a disability, as something that's holding you back, as something that gets in your way. Confirmation. As something that gets in your way. Sometimes you're going to have hiccups, but when you drive a road every day and you know where the potholes are, you can swerve each and out which way. So, are we still falling in the same holes? It's okay. It's okay. I've fallen in several of the same holes several times. And eventually you learn, oh, I see you. I see you, how you're not going to get me today. And you walk around it. You drive around it. And that's when you begin to change. So, my darling, my love, go out into the world today. Choosing you first. Grounding in you first before you go anywhere that's in public. Set your intention. God, Spirit, Universe, whatever you believe in, I don't care what you call it. Help guide me through where I'm going right now. And to remain rooted in myself, that I can trust my heart, my mind, my body, that it is all sound. So, lead me with synchronicities, lead me with signs. Lead me toward the energy that is mine, because nothing that's meant for you can actually miss you. So, what lessons have we learned this week? What lessons are we learning today? It's well over 15 minutes. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. The message ain't done yet, so we about to the end. But my darling, remember, you are the ritual. You are the magic. Belief in yourself is the first step to self-mastery. And if you're struggling to find that belief in yourself, if you're struggling to change your beliefs, your habits, your thoughts from negative to positive, because we default to negative often, even positive, like our brain is naturally wired for negativity. But if you're challenged with that and you're wanting to make changes, holla at me. We use astrology, human design, tarot, oracle, whatever is in alignment with you. We use subconscious mind retraining, reprogramming, whatever you want to call it, but it creates freedom. It allows you to express in your most authentic way, because we are all creative. I don't care what any of y'all say. Learning how to meet your own needs, to listen to your body, to listen to your mind, to listen to your spirit, because they're all giving you indicators. Nothing is coincidence. So we got astrology readings and human design readings and regular readings as well. We got coaching guidance sessions. There's soundbed things. There's all kinds of shit. It's not even shit in the bad way. There's all kinds of beautiful things that we have here, that I have here for you, because I'm guiding myself through the same things with the same tools. So if I'm not for you, I probably know somebody who is. So if you're curious, let me know. Holler, leave a comment. Share this with someone who you think will also benefit from this message. And go be great. Go be fucking great. I love you.